Hello and welcome to another exclusive True Condos video. In this video, we're going to talk about how to apply for your HST rebate. So if you purchased a new condominium and you paid HST on closing, this is how you can apply to get your rebate money back. So once again, if you don't know me, my name is Andrew Fleur and I'm a sales representative with Remax Condos Plus, and you can always find me at truecondos.com. What you will learn in this video is how to get your HST rebate back from the CRA. How you will learn this is by going through a real-life case study. In this case, I'm going to show you one of my own applications for one of my own real-life condo units. This video is for you if you bought a new condo, you paid HST on closing, and you're renting it out, and now you want to get that HST money back. So what you're going to need to do this application for the HST rebate is you're going to need your statement of adjustments. You're going to need your agreement of purchase and sale from the builder. You're going to need a couple of forms from the CRA. Those numbers are listed right there. And you're going to need a copy of your lease with your tenant. So quick disclaimer, the HST is a complicated issue. HST rebates are complicated, so please understand this video is only for informational purposes. I'm not a legal or tax expert. Consult your accountant or lawyer for real advice on this, or even call the CRA directly. This video will apply to most scenarios where an investor buys a new condo from a builder and rents it out, but not to all. There's always exceptions, so just to get that out of the way. All right, let's get started. So the case study today, as I mentioned, is one of my own units. So I purchased a condo from a builder, October 2010, purchase price $192. Occupancy date was in January 2014, and then the final closing date was in April 2014. The HST that I paid on closing out of pocket was about $14,302, and the unit is now rented out to a tenant on a one-year lease. So this example will be perfect for anybody who's purchased a unit under a purchase price of $350,000. If you purchased over $350,000, then the numbers might be slightly different in your case, because if you purchase over $350,000, you don't necessarily get all of your HST money back, but you do get most of it back. So just keep that in mind as we're going through these examples. All right, so let's start by looking at our first form, which is the actual application itself, the HST application itself. So that form is right here, bear with me, and it looks like this. So once you've Googled that form number and you've downloaded the form, you want to start filling it out. Section A is pretty straightforward. You just put your own personal information in there. Section B is also fairly straightforward. You put your property information in there, the condo that you purchased. The two dates here, relevant date is the date of final closing, and the possession date over here is your occupancy date. On the legal description of the property, you want to put in whatever information that you can gather, which would usually be the condominium plan number and the actual legal description of your unit. So I have a unit and a locker unit. So you see two items here. If you had a parking as well, you'd have three items in there. So you go down to section C, you want to check off purchaser and landlord. And you want to put in the agreement date. That's your actual agreement of purchase and sale when you actually purchased it. Put the date in there. The type of construction, you want to select new construction. Type of housing, you want to select condominium unit, and you go to the next page. Here you want to select type 6. Again, this is for most residential landlords, investors who are buying condos and renting them out. It's going to be a fairly straightforward scenario if you click type 6 on this form here. I won't go into the other details now in this video. And now you want to skip down to the meat of the application. This is where people start to get confused and they start to say, what the heck am I putting in here? Let's hopefully simplify that down a little bit for you here today. So part 1, rebate calculation for type 6 and type 7. So your type 6, remember? So in this box, you want to put the GST, the total GST that was part of the purchase price from your statement of adjustments. So for this number, you see here 9168. I'm going over to the statement of adjustments right here. You should have a similar statement of adjustments for your unit from your lawyer on final closing. So 9168, that's this number right here. HST federal portion. So this is federal meaning GST. Remember, Ontario means PST, going back to the old days before we had the HST. So 9168 is this number here, the HST federal portion, the full 5% of the actual purchase price before any HST is added. So the actual purchase price before any HST is added. So you're going to put that number in here, 9168. The next line, you're going to put the fair market value. So the fair market value, there's some confusion over this. Different people have different opinions on it. But from what I understand and the experts that I've talked to, put in the purchase price in here. So whatever the purchase price you paid for the unit, put that in here as the fair market value. On the next line, line C, you want to put the net purchase price. So this is the net purchase price without any HST on it. So again, going back to the statement of adjustments, the net sale price right here, I got that from here, 183,365. So I'm putting that in here in line C. The next section, you want to check off the first box in most cases if you've purchased under the HST as 13%. If you bought a really long time ago and you're just getting your application done now, you might be under the 14 or the 15% HST, so make sure you figure that out first. And here is where you start doing some math calculations. You're multiplying the amount on line A by 36% up to a maximum. So line A here, 9168 multiplied by 36% equals 3357. So again, if your purchase price was over 350,000, this example might be slightly different for you. The maximum amount you can get in here is 6,300, and that is your GST, your federal portion of the rebate that you're paying out of pocket. So next line here, you do another basic calculation, but again, in this case, because my purchase price is less than 350,000, and if yours is too, you just copy and paste that number right down there. If your purchase price is more than 350,000, you're getting into a little bit of calculation, and you're putting in that number there once you do that calculation. Go down to the next page, and again, it's copying and pasting that number from line E, you're putting in here in line F. And here you want to put the provincial new residential rebate amount. So this is think of it as the PST amount. If this is the GST amount, this is the PST amount, if you want to think of it that way. And this number here is from the provincial schedule, which we will get to. That's the other form that you have to fill out and send to the CRA. There's two forms. This is one, the schedule is the other, and that's where this number comes from. And then your total rebate amount is 14,302 in this case, these two numbers added together. And if you look at my statement of adjustments, the amount that I paid out of pocket on closing was 14,302. So again, I'm expecting to get the full amount back from the CRA on that. So that is the first form. That's the actual application form. The rest of it you can ignore. And now we are going to the rebate schedule, the Ontario or the PST, the provincial rebate schedule. So let's take a look at that. So we're just finishing up on this form here. We're going to switch over to the Ontario rebate schedule form. And this form is a little bit more straightforward. There's just 4 numbers you need to worry about right here at the top in most cases. So the first number you're going to put in is the provincial part of the HST. So going back to your statement of adjustments, this is this number here, provincial Ontario portion of the HST 14,669 in this case. So that is 8% of the net price, 183. So 8% of 183 is 14,669. So you're putting 14,669 in there. The fair market value is the next line. Again, you put in the purchase price, 192,900 in this case. The next line is the price net of HST, which again is this number right here, 183,365. So I'm putting that number in here. And then finally the calculation, you are multiplying the first number, line A, by 75%, and you're getting 11,001.02. And that number again is based on purchase prices under 350,000. So if you're getting into the higher purchase prices, the maximum rebate amount on the provincial portion is 24,000. So keep that in mind if your numbers are looking different, if your purchase price is higher. But if your purchase price is less than 350,000, then then you're not going to come anywhere near this $24,000 maximum. And if you look at this number, 11,001, what do you know? It matches up exactly with the amount of the Ontario rebate portion that I paid out of pocket on final closing. So if you combine this 11,000 with this 3,300, you're getting the total amount that I paid out of pocket on closing of 14,302. And if you go back to the actual application itself, switching forms back, again, 14,302. And there's that 11,001 number there that we got from the provincial schedule, and we plugged it in here. So again, a purchase price less than 350,000, I'm getting all that HST money back, which is good news. Okay, so heading back here to our little presentation, what you want to send to the CRA once you've filled out these two forms, you've done the heavy lifting, and that's really the hard part, is you want to send them those two forms as well as your statement of adjustments, your agreement of purchase and sale, and your lease with your tenant. Where are you going to send these? You're going to drop them in the mail, snail mail, old-fashioned way, and you're going to send them up to Sudbury in most cases, assuming, again, it's a normal application that you're doing. Okay, so you send it off to the CRA, and you wait a few weeks, and voila, a check comes in the mail. So through the magic of television here, I can show you the notice that I got back from the CRA for this application, exactly as I showed you how I filled mine out. And you can see here that I had a rebate claimed of 14,302, and the rebate that was assessed to me was 14,302, and they even gave me $15 of interest for the, I guess, for the month between applying for it and getting the money back. So that's a nice little bonus there as well. You do get a little bit of interest for your time. And there you have it. That is a successful HST application and rebate given back. Okay, now if you're thinking that this is all just too confusing and it doesn't make any sense to you and you don't want to do it yourself, well, the solution is pretty simple. I recommend that you hire a professional to do the application process for you. Now, I don't do those applications myself, but I do have contacts that will do it for you, experts in the tax industry who can get the job done for you for a small fee. So to get in touch with them, please give me a call and I will get you in touch with them, 416-371-2333, or send me an email, even better, andrew@truecondos.com. And that concludes the video. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that helpful, walking you through that example of an HST rebate application. And once again, if you want to receive more videos and content just like this one, please head on over to truecondos.com, become a subscriber, and you'll get information, videos, advice, articles, all kinds of great stuff sent directly to you. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. I'm Andrew Fleur, and you're watching True Condos untitled.com.